Hello everybody, XJoe81X here, and on the brush today, I'm going to be showing you this Ambiano brand, Hampton Beach brand, probably Bed Bath and Beyond the World we live in. Hampton Beach removable tea infuser, variable temperature kettle. Okay, I like this because it looks like this. I'll show you in a second. You could take this out, of course. You could put tea in there or anything you want. I don't think you could put coffee, but I can be wrong. But you can put tea leaves. You could take the tea bags, put them in there. They say in the instructions to lift this higher, boil the tea at 1.2 or a little bit lower, and then lower it in, and then the whole thing becomes tea. Today, I'm not going to do that because I don't have any tea to the point where I feel comfortable enough to do that, in a sense where I'm just going to do this, which basically is heating up the water, showing you exactly what it is, the specs, and then pouring it into this. This is in Spanish. You have to press 1 somewhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Here's the box. Here's the English. Delicate teas, green teas, white teas, oolong teas. It's a French press, which is coffee, and then black, boil black. Now, always read your instructions, and obviously it's decaffeinated black tea. So let me go open up the instruction booklet real quick and show you what this means. So here's the siper. If you could tell, it comes with perfect, a little komutigam over there, and it comes with this. You press to release, you turn, put this down, you turn, it sits in there. It has it has a ring. You can see the ring. We'll fix it in a minute. This sits in there, and it goes up and down in a sense where, that's it. You turn it. It has holes on top to breathe, very fine holes on the bottom and the sides, and it sits in there. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about showing everybody really? Schmutz already. Showing everybody the boil. Oh, and what this tea means. Let me just show you the specs for everyone who wants to know. There you go. You could pause that. Of course, everything's made in chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. If you have a drumstick, your mind stops ticking. Always read the instructions because it actually tells you to do this. Discard water, it actually tells you to bring up to the max, fill the line, and actually hit start, stop 3 times. Discard and repeat 2 or 3 times. I guess it wants you to acclimate the system or get the electronics working before you just dump it in and work. And there's always anti-scaling and T-guide and blah, blah, blah. Who cares? So this is what it is for everybody who doesn't have the so-and-so. Obviously, the highest temperature, it's going to boil for 5 minutes at 212 degrees. French press coffee and oolong tea and hot cocoa. And if you go down, actually, did it say that? Oh, it actually doesn't say that. I read it somewhere. Tea guide, kettle, dry, doesn't work, install, warning, limited warranty. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess you'll have to look up what oolong tea is. Obviously, we all know what hot cocoa is. So just know that oolong tea is the hot cocoa. And obviously, these are the times it's going to boil. So without further ado, let's get right into this real time. So I'm going to use tea. I'm going to fill it to 1.2 liters. Let me see if this is in picture. Okay, yeah. It has 0.5 liters is the minimum, and then 1.2 seems about to be the medium, and then they don't want you going higher than 1.7. So we are going to just fill it up to 1.2 for just camera purposes. It actually doesn't say to use hot or cold water. I'm assuming you don't want to use hot water, but it doesn't say to use hot or cold water. But essentially, okay, we'll leave it there. Essentially, hot water, and if I'm correctly, is scaly, but it all comes from the same area, technically, but not really, because the hot water comes from the tank, and the cold water comes from the street. So let me just show you the base. It's a Boulia base. So this comes with a nice fancy base, and here's the specs on that, which should match the box. You could take this off and wrap it around, and then the cord, when it was shipped, the cord, okay, this dyslexia, the cord, okay, let's get this crazy, is just hanging out like that for what it's worth, but obviously that doesn't work like that. So it sits on this little flimsy thing. It's broken now because I just dropped it. It doesn't move. So you plug it in, you know, polarize, Yahtzee bia. Here's the cap, I'll show you later. And it sits right on it. And what's good, it swirls. It swirls. It's not on yet, but it swirls. So here's the actual electronics of it. Here's all your stuff, and then start and stop, and then there's actually a keep warm button. So what we're going to do is we're going to do black and China. So I'll hit the lights real quick. This cap, follow the arrow. It's wet to the arrow right there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Push it down. This cap I showed you for purposes for the seeper, and that stays there. Let me shut the lights and show you the Chinese greatness. Ooh, look at that. Chinese greatness. Looks like there's LEDs all around, and then some kind of heating element right there. So I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to show you in real time the boiling for all you people that like that. If not, then fast forward. Okay. It took about a minute to lower the tripod, but without further ado, at 7 minutes, it's been on for about 30 seconds. Here it is. The instructions say it's going to beep 6 times when it's ready, and then it actually shuts the LEDs. So for you electronic gurus out there, I'm going to shut up. Again, thank you for watching. This is real time boiling, and it's going to make noise. Well, there you have it, everybody. You can tell as the water is currently boiling, it does shut off. The boiling stopped, and it keeps itself warm. Now, the keep warm button, it only is used if you press it. It won't keep it warm correctly right now. When the kettle is lifted from the base, the keep warm function stops. To resume, you must follow steps 4 and 5. 4 says press the desired temperature and then press the start-stop button, which we did. The selected temperature button will illuminate in blue and flash, which it did. The kettle will beep 6 times when the selected temperature is reached, which it did. Pressing the start-stop button without selecting a temperature will default to just boil mode. If keep warm is desired, press the keep warm button at any time and the kettle will keep warm to up to 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the kettle will shut off, always unplug when not in use. So without further ado, we're going to take out a cup. We're going to put some tea bags in there. Again, this is idiot proof because your stove does this. I like to do 2 tea bags. Of course, this is not open for camera purposes. All right. Okay. So, thanks for watching again. I'm assuming that you could put this in this. Take off the metal or even undo it. You could probably just undo it and then put it in here, and then you're supposed to drop this in while it's like this, and it stays warm. Incidentally, when I first got this for Christmas, we tested it out a half a dozen times. Of course, I made coffee. I pressed the what do you call it button? French press. I made a French press. No big deal. Everything worked out great. We actually went out for like an hour and a half. I unplugged it, just like this, and I came back, and obviously the condensation was gone. It was still warm. So you take it right off. There's really nothing here to do. I don't add any coffee, any sugar. I don't add anything to your tea. I did read somewhere a long time ago that tea is actually a natural antioxidant. And if you add anything to break down that natural tea leaf consistency, you actually lose the antioxidant ability. So everyone who adds sugar and milk and basically treats it like coffee, other than drinking coffee itself, you're actually not benefiting from the tea at all. And I use decaffeinated because there's absolutely no reason to go belligerent more than I need to be. So here we have a regular Hampton Bay Bed Bath & Beyond electric Chinese teapot that I made tea in. Any questions, concerns, or if you want to watch me make a video or something else in regards to this, hit like, hit subscribe, let me know in the comments. Again, thanks for watching and enjoy your hot tea on a cold day.